Welcome to the emerald farming tutorial. Today we'll show you how to do mass production so you can harvest your emeralds as many as you need for as long as you want from a simple farm just like this. And I'll show you step by step how to make it, and then see, there's sugarcane on top and there are 5 layers of wheat which are 208 per one, and I'll show you it going off. It's quite impressive, so do watch. There's only 1 layer of sugarcane at the moment. There will be more, but for the purpose of the video I've shown you just 1 layer and how to build it and how to do the water. So we'll show you how it works first, and then we'll show you how to build it. So here we are. It's the same design of wheat farm as the other one on my channel. If you haven't seen that, you should go see it. That's a bit of a fuller guide of how to build it exactly. So here, these are all coming from different layers. I've got nothing on me to begin with, and I'm a Steve because the Minecraft.net isn't working at the moment. And so you're going to wait for it all to come down. The water is timed so that there shouldn't be any waste. You might get a couple of bits stuck here and there, but for the amount of wheat that's coming down, it doesn't really matter. And when you go to replant it anyway, this is how you replant it. You jump on the sides and you just run along like this and plant them. And it takes a couple of minutes to do the whole farm, which is 1040 wheat. So we'll see how many there is here. As you saw, not all of it was grown. I was in a bit of a rush to get the video done, but that's more than that's more than a whole invent in one go, and still more than a whole invent in one go. So if you want an impressive farm, stay tuned and watch this tutorial. And by the way, it's not a complete tutorial. It will show you most of the ways how to do it, but it won't show you everything. If you do want a full tutorial, please make sure to subscribe and thumbs up the video, and if I get enough of them, then I will make a full tutorial. And just an information, this took me 8 hours to build today, so you can at least give a thumbs up for that. So enjoy the video. Let's get started then. First we're going to build your first wheat farm. I'm going to show you how to do this one, and then I'll do the rest on my own. So you start off with your 1 block in the middle. This is your middle center point, and then you build 10 blocks that way, 10 blocks that way, and then I've already outlined the first cross section. So first of all you go along here, put a block here. This is your outer wall. This is your wall that will have water in it all the way along, so this one holds the water in. First of all you put water here. You see that it goes right to here, so there's one central spot where all the water goes to, and you do the same on the other side as well. I'll just grab some water, and you will need a lot of water for this one, so I suggest you go grab some. So these are the waterways that are going to hydrate this platform of 8 wide, so it goes up here. This is so you can get up onto the farms, so you can walk onto it here and plant this one, and you can walk up into the next one like so. So we're going to fill these in. So there's one bit of water. So all these 4 here then hydrated, so 1, 2, 3, 4, up to here will be hydrated when you hoe them. So then along here you got another 4 here, so 1, 2, 3, 4 wide here. Then you need to do exactly the same again, so you got to get your blocks out. You're going to have a staircase in the middle, so it all comes down to this point. So you want to go up here, and then you want to build another bit, and I build it up like here. It's easier for me, so I'm going to block this off a bit so we can put water in, and this goes 8 long. So the first bottom bit is 8 wide, so 8 by 8, so there's 64 on this bit. Yep. So then we're going to build these side bits. So that's 1 full platform, and then you build another one up higher, which is 5 wide. So it goes up 5 wide, then you have 1 block where the pistons are going to be pulling them up, as you can see. There will have to be sticky pistons as well, and then you have your water sources at the end, and then you have 1 block to hold the water sources in. So that's why it's that long. And got to have water sources on each layer, so you build a little layer up, as you can see from under here. Comes up. So then all these 4 here will be hydrated when you build them across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have to do the same in the middle afterwards. So this goes up like so. I'll just show you how to build this bit, and then I'll finish the rest of the platform and show you the pistons at the end. So there we are. Water goes in here. All those four hydrated. Same with this side again, just mirror it. And then we're just going to build these across. So I'm using glowstone so that the wheat can grow, because the wheat needs a certain level of light to be able to grow. And here we go up again, just like that one. So here we go. Go up. You can build whatever you want with the blocks, but I just chose to use this ones. And I'm spacing them because I want to save glowstone, because I'm going to be using a lot in this project, so that's why I'm doing that. And the middle pillar will just go straight up, so you can just build it like that. There'll be no pistons on that one, but all the other ones will be like this, all the way along here. So I'm going to pause until this bottom layer is done, then I'll show you the pistons. And the bottom's done, so we're going to put pistons in now. This is a very important part, as otherwise you won't be able to harvest anything, which would be a bit of a shame after you're doing all this work. So I'm going to put all the pistons in like this. They will go upwards. There we go, that's one side. And you will need a lot of pistons for this project. These 5 layers of wheat will do, how many is it? 8 pistons a side, so 16 pistons, so 80 pistons for these 5 layers that I'm going to be doing. And then even more for the sugarcane. So I've got a lot of resources to use, and so I'm going to be using them. And this is on my server, but it is a survival mode server, so I'm definitely spending a lot of effort and time doing this, so you can at least put a like for that. Now I'm going to show you just to put the wiring on this. We're not going to actually wire up the timer on this, because if you've seen my timer for my wheat farm on my other video, which is quite successful, you should go have a look, and we will show you at the end once I build all the platforms, and we'll wire them all up at once. So this is where they're going to go, and I will just tell you briefly where things will go before we get to the end of this. And so there's going to be, you're going to have repeaters going to here, redstone wire going along here, then the redstone's going to go down and go to the timer. The buttons, they're going to be on the front. I've got to work that out at the end. I will have like a control panel, so I can flick them on or off, or how many layers I want to harvest and which ones I do want to harvest. Then I can press a button. That will send the redstone signal up to the timer. That will put the right layers on. Then they will flood it. All the wheat will drop down. I'm going to build a massive glass pillar here, so that all the layers can funnel the water down. All the wheat will come down the middle, and the seeds, you can pick them up and then replant them. So it should be doing over 1,000 wheat a go. So I'm going to pause until I've done the next couple of layers. And welcome back, guys. The first layer is done. I've taken out the supports. Got the glass tube in to let the wheat and seeds come down. I've built a little stair ladder here, and I'm planning to do this on each floor. So here I'll put some chests on either side, so I can put excess seeds in here, because there's going to be a lot of seeds going to be needed each go. As you can see, it's exactly the same, and it should work completely fine once I've done the wiring on it. So that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to plan to do 3 more layers now, and I'll get back to you then. Oh, one more thing. I've got a half slab here. The wheat and things should be able to go underneath it, and you can now walk over the top of it. So it's perfectly safe. There's lighting on here so nothing spawns. I've put half slabs here just in case, and I'll be back when I'm on to number 5. Okay, so the first 5 layers are done. 1 wheat farm, 2 wheat farm, 3 wheat farm, 4 wheat farm, and then the final wheat farm. And I've started construction on the next layer, which will be sugarcane layer. Now, for this tutorial, I'm not going to have enough pistons, I don't think, to do 5 layers of the sugarcane, but I should have enough to at least demonstrate how to do it, and I'll show you on the creative server if I don't have enough pistons, but I'll get back to you once I start the first layer finished of the sugarcane farm. Back in a minute. And we're back. This is the first sugarcane bit of farm. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to have water down here, as we'll show you now, like this. We need a ball on the outside. We're going to think about lighting in a while. I'm not really bothered about it at the moment. It will be a concern when I do move from here. I'll probably use pumpkins. It'll be the simplest thing. So this is how we're going to do it. You build the whole platform flat, same as the other farms. Exactly the same in that respect. But then you build one high wall on the edge, and then we move to a 2 wall, and then yeah, that's it. And then you need some signs, which I haven't got on me. You're going to milk a hole on the end so that they fall down into the one below it. Just so. And we have sand here, so this is where the sugarcane is going to go on here. And then same with the one up here. Like so. And then we're going to build our piston array along here. So all of these are going to be where the pistons are. And we're going to build a double high piston, which yes, you don't need to have 2 sets of pistons, but if you have them then it's going to be slightly more efficient and nicer to watch. So if I can get these going on, and then we'll show you the principles of how to do these wiring up while you make them. And let's see, we've got some blocks on me. I need to grab the redstone, so we're back when I've got some redstone. And we're back. Now this is how you're going to build it. You're going to build a wall up one side. You're going to have one stream of water. There's 8 long, and then 8 long. And then we're going to have your sugarcane going up this way, and then up one up higher. I'm using sticky pistons because I haven't got enough normal pistons, which is a bit weird, but that's how it works. One there. So those should all extend when they get turned on, and knock all the sugarcane into here. That goes down to the layer below it, which will then push it down to the bottom. And I just rigged this up so you can see how it works. The redstone in the bottom bit won't be here. All the bits in the blocks will stay there. So this is how you make good use of some space here. And I will show you how it works, and then I'll show you how it replicates itself. So redstone torch comes up here, which lights this one, which powers the block, which powers the piston. This is actually an inverter it acts as. So if you do, I'll show you, if you have a source here, which goes into here, it's now powering this block. If you put one above, it now inverts the signal. So that's a signal inverter. That's what this is doing here. This one's on, powering this one, powering the block, turns this one off, therefore it's not powering any of those blocks. When it is on, it will power all of the blocks here, and then the pistons will work. So it goes along, powering this one, powering this one, powering this one. And we're not using redstone because redstone will interfere, and much easier to use these because they're directional. So it goes this way, powers this one, and then for the other one we do the same thing but just a bit higher up. So it goes back the other way and ends here. So it powers all those blocks here, and those ones power these blocks. So they are all covered, hopefully. And we're just going to make sure. Yeah, it should all work. So we'll put one here. And hopefully they've all worked. If not, I need to do a little bit of tweaking. And then it works perfectly. So any of the sugarcane that does grow gets pushed along. And it's pushed against the side because then, as you will see here, they work both ways, which is absolutely awesome and space saving. Oh, not that one. So we're going to build the exact replica here, and then we're going to have the one water gap. So if I just break this, it will break again and go back. And how we're going to power this is we're going to have a load of these doing a tower of inverting downwards, and then we're going to go move that signal to the back of the thing, I think, and then have one tower inverter going down all the way to the bottom, and then you can switch it from the bottom. So you'll never need to come up here at all, so it's completely automated. And the redstone's going to be blocked in, so there's no fear of that being destroyed or washed away, because you're not going to come up here so there won't be any mobs. And we'll make it bright. You can see the other side I put pumpkins down to lighten the area up, and I think I'll do that in the other bits as well. You don't really need to do it, but I've got a mob farm down there, so I want that to be full efficiency. So all you're going to do is you're going to have your blocks here, as so, same as the other side, and then you have your row of sand. And we'll just build this really quickly, and then I'll show you the finished example. sand here. Here we go. Sand here. And then you're going to replicate the whole unit again with a hole in the end. So that will fall down into that water stream and then keep going. I'll probably build little glass tunnels again, but you don't really need to. And this has got to go up one. So 8 along, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 1. And you can build the walls and sides however you want. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, you can build the walls and sides however you want. The bigger you build them and things, the less likely the sugarcane is going to be lost. But equally, you don't need to do it. No, it's just your personal preference as well. So we'll build the exact same 3 more times in total. Well, 3 times total. This one, the one there, this one goes exactly in the middle, and then one will be here as well. So it's a nice compact design, and it also looks quite nice. So from my iron farms I'll be able to see them when I'm building it, which will be quite nice. And I'll pause until I get this done. And we finished the top layer for the sugarcane farm, and we've put the inverters in, so these will need to be taken downwards as well. And we'll channel it all to the back spine, which I will show you when I've got it done. Got to work out how to do it first. And I'll also show you the power for the pistons downstairs. Now these are all out because at the moment they're inverted, and once I move the signal all the way to the bottom, I'll sort out its correct direction for the inversion. So that one's only out because I've done that inverter, I haven't done this one yet. So as you can see, this does a 96 sugarcane when they're all grown. Should do anyway. Actually, should be doing more than that. Might be 100. Might be 192. I will check that. Anyway, it's about 3 stacks. Yeah, probably. Yeah, 3 stacks. So that's that. I put the pumpkins on top for light. They look quite nice from distance. At the moment I'm just going to do 1 layer and then I'll do the rest another time. But I'll put these glass tubes down to show you. I put glass channels down so to move the water here so that it doesn't land on the empty block. So that channel's down here. This one is the only one we can put this on. I changed it a bit because there's nothing coming down here. On the other ones I can't do that. Either I'm going to have to make a sort of drawbridge or just run around the edges, and I'm not really that bothered about running around the edges. These glass tubes to bring the sugarcane down, put them in the thing, goes through the half slab, so that's fine. And we'll show you how this is built for this first bit of wiring. It's quite normal. See, we got them going in, repeaters going in, and then we have the wire going in and then to the repeater. This repeater will go to the big stair of wiring, which will go to each one, and depending on what I want, I'm going to try and change them so I can do different ones at different times. And this bit I've got to do now, I've got to do this inversion. I decided I'm going to use half slabs instead, because you can do that now. And I'll get back to you when I've done this bit of wiring. I'm ready to show you how to do the timer and the staircase, so back in a bit. And we finished the wiring on this bit. We edited this a bit. I will say, if you want me to do a full tutorial from scratch, then I will do, if enough people want me to. But at the moment this is the project on my own world, on my server. So this goes on here, it inverts the signal. Similar story with the ones over there, apart from they're simpler. Just goes down and then just inverts it with a simple inverter. And these ones just move down one, so nothing else changed here. Then that one goes down there. That one carries on down there, doesn't get cut off the half slabs. Same with that. These ones just go along here and invert the block. It's a simpler way of doing it. And this one will be the, as you can hear, it makes everything change back. There we are. Makes them all work at all. So this one is the one we use for our spine, which can go all the way down to the bottom as our little inverting tower. So then, once we get to the bottom, we can sort out how to finish it off. And that's where the redstone wire is going to go from that, and that also goes to the spinal tower as well. So I'm going to pause, and I'm going to continue once I've finished some of the tower, and can show you it. So back in a bit. And the wiring is completed. Now, this is representing That's representing the switch. At the moment I've wired it up so they will all be farmed at the same time, which I think is okay for this tutorial. I can always do a proper long tutorial if you want to do all of the different changes and do switches and stuff, but at the moment this is just for farming mass stuff, so it'll be okay. This wiring goes up. I can't show you on there, but I will show you on here. Glowstone is nice for light, but you can't place repeaters on it. So once you get up to the next level, you have to repeat the signal. I've got a repeater here on stone, so mind that, and then it goes up again, and it lights these ones up. So all of these are pushed down, so they're on, so they're extended, therefore they're holding the water in. These ones do the same, and that repeats up. I think there's a slight discrepancy in one of the rows, but they all do the same thing. And see there, I ran out of repeaters, so I just bodged it, but it all works. And this comes up to here, and this hits the inverter, which inverts this one, which then inverts the next one. This one inverts this one in time, so this one's pushed it down. This is a non-farming mode, so that was powering that down. That then goes up to here, as you can see without me falling off, and this powers this one, which then repeats that one, which turns these ones off, there puts this in non-farming mode. Okay, so they're all non-farming mode. So we can go to the bottom, and I'm going to plant all the wheat, and probably AFK for a little bit to make sure it grows and make sure some of the sugarcane grows. I've only done one sugarcane, but it's enough for this demonstration, and I'm sure I'll do some more at some point if you keep watching or subscribe. And I'm going to put this wire down to the front and put a switch on it, and then I'm going to show you the result. So I'll see you in another bit. So the wiring is completed. I've got the stable circuit down here, which has a timer. It's exactly the same as my 208 wheat farm tutorial. If you haven't seen it and you don't understand this bit, go check it out. The link will be in the description, and so will the download for this map. This is my server map, so the download will be there, and download will be there for the wheat farm, just on its own. They will be in the bottom in the description as well. So this times everything, and I'll give you an example. The block seems to be a bit laggy over there, and I don't really know why. I think it's just a graphical glitch though. But here you go. The wheat will get washed down, and then it see there's some sugarcane coming down. I just did this a couple of seconds ago, so that's quite a lot to grow in like 2 seconds. And then it stops. There we are. See, that's I think it's a graphical, yes, graphical glitch. And that harvests it all. I've got too much stuff in me already. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to give you the grand finale when it's all planted up and the sugarcane's had time to grow, and we'll see how much produce we get from it. And just to show what you did in about 10 minutes there, we're going to get some emeralds. So we sort of find one that is wheat. So these are the easiest things to get, which is very useful. So bearing in mind that for the paper we only had one layer for, whereas the other one we had 5, that's 18 off them, and villagers are jumping everywhere. So we need to find one that does wheat. Hopefully there is one. And I think I'll pause until I find a wheat one. And I had to go to my village to find a decent trade. I wasn't really going to wait at my spawner. So let's see how many emeralds we can get. And this is just off about 10 minutes of work, so, or not even work, 10 minutes of AFKing, so put it into perspective. We will make the sugarcane part of it a lot bigger, so bear in mind you're probably about double the output here. So in 10 minutes we've already got over, I would say over a stack of emeralds. And let's see, yeah, over a stack of emeralds. For 10 minutes work, that isn't bad, is it? Over a stack of emeralds. So, if you've enjoyed this video, then do subscribe and like the video. And also another note, this world is on download in the description. It is an Addify link, but it's only that because it's too big to put in the thing anyway, because it'll just spam the box out. So if you feel generous and you want to click on that link, it doesn't cost you anything. I make a fraction of a penny, it's only for convenience there. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and do subscribe for future videos. I'll see you later.